And anyone else that might be watching, I suppose, hello. We have like okay. That was super weird, but looks like we are back. Hey, Medano. And hello, Liam. That was super weird, but looks like we are back. And our sound is working. That is good. Okay. On our way to Bloor by means of whichever street, I guess. Let me know if anyone has any preferences. I'm not actually going to line 2. I'm going to line 1, but we are going to Bloor. We are right now by the waterfront, as you can tell from, the water. But we'll be going north through downtown Toronto. I'm on my way home, so there's nothing much planned for today, but I will be editing some videos from Belleville. And thank you all for joining this planned but not usual stream. Usually I'd be live on the weekend, but today and next week I'll be live on Wednesdays. That's alright though, because I'll be live for the FIFA Fan Festival starting June, Saturday or Sunday, every single week that it's running, except one. That's due to Montreal arrangements. Now, making my way to Yonge Street, and I might just shoot straight up Yonge Street because I'm feeling a bit lazy. But maybe we'll take Bloor over to Bay or St. George if I feel like it. If not, I'll just hop into Bloor Yonge. but I'm just walking over to Queens Quay right now. We're gonna cross over this canal that would be filled with water in the future. And we're also close to George Brown College here. I could take the 114 to Union. And if I wasn't streaming, that's exactly what I would do. A very super easy way to get to Union and to the subway. Just take the 114. That runs along Queens Quay here. And follows along into the Portlands area. Now we have a fair bit of mist. It's kind of rainy weather, so you'll see a lot of the higher buildings are covered in the clouds. And there's a lot of construction here, specifically for new condos and such. Now the street we're approaching is Lower Jarvis. That's where you'll find the Loblaws. There's the Launchpad building that has a Mo for Coffee down below. But for the familiar stop, there's of course Starbucks and Loblaws. On our left is the Redpath sugar plants. But the next big street after Lower Jarvis would be Yonge Street, and that's the one I'm gonna take and be lazy and just go straight up north to Bloor. We will pass my favorite park in downtown, which is College Park. We'll pass Yonge at Dundas Square, the Toronto Eden Centre, and of course lots of other stuff. Hello Gabriella, welcome in. There's a farm boy. And this big glass building houses the new LCBO HQ and other offices now. Previously, the LCBO HQ was separate, but now it's all integrated into one. Although arguably, that building now has one of the most nicest LCBO store locations in the city. And right behind that used to be a Starbucks, but unfortunately it was closed in the massive shutdown a while ago. Which was too bad because it was so much nicer than the one in Loblaws. Hey, Besta Summer Born, hello. Welcome in. Here's the 202 bus. Cherry Beach. Ukwemin Menacing. There's our tallest building in the city. That's not the CN Tower, which is Sky Tower at Pinnacle Yonge. Not quite finished yet, but it is at its peak, meaning it's about level with the CN Tower observation deck. Thanks for the reminder, Best this time. Yes, please hit the thumbs up if you haven't yet, and subscribe if you're new. Also, we have memberships available starting at $1 a month. If not, super chats are always welcome. On the right side, we have a brand new park with tennis courts and a dog park. And right behind that will be another big and very important condo development. Important because it will host an elementary TDSB school on the bottom floors. And that'll be the first ever school inside of a condo building in Toronto. It marks a brand new chapter for the integration of our learning, of our TDSB company that will extend more into populated vertical areas like downtown and stray away from the traditional standalone buildings, I guess. And it's good because we do need more schools in Toronto. But it is a bit weird because we've never had a school inside of a condo before. This one here, this building, is the Toronto Star office building, and it actually holds the true One Yonge address. Well, I got free earlier, Queenway, and I'll still be live at 2, but we just started earlier. I know Alicia and Liam are live, so we're not gonna get nearly as much views, but oh well. And we are now at the base of Yonge Street, and We're starting the main part of the walk, which is headed straight north towards Bloor. But first we have to cross the street because there's construction up ahead. This is Harbor Street coming up. It is one way. If you want to go the other way, you gotta be on Lakeshore. And as you guys might be able to tell, we are streaming in 4K and HDR because my internet is back at home, which means we're doing the regular computer setup. There's a mega bus. Stuck in traffic into Union Station, of course. Although, right now there's essentially no traffic. It's just the middle of the day on a random Wednesday. And happy hump day, by the way, everyone. Hello, Chuck. Welcome. There's a statue that looks a little bit like Monopoly Man, but it is obviously not. But it's always fun to see. There's the funny sign. So that's the Nestle cat kit. Break a halve. Funny. Instead of Kit Kat, it's the cat kit. Alright, we're almost at Front Street. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, Chuck. On the right side we have Meridian Hall. There's another Meridian Hall up in North York. Also on Yonge Street, funny enough. There's a yellow school bus. Coming up is Wellington. If you want to head to the outdoor mall in Toronto called The Well, you can take Wellington all the way there. It does go behind the mall, so if you want to go to the front side, you'll have to take Front Street, but same place. It does depend if you're driving, because driving on Wellington is easier than Front Streets, traffic-wise. That is true, Chuck, yes. It can look a bit weird until the stream is done and processed. But once it does process on the YouTube side, it'll be fine. Coming up is King Street, one of the busiest patio streets in Toronto for the summer. West Queen West is also a big one, but King is quite popular, closer to downtown. There's a Sleep Country in a quite nice looking building. Very clearly an old bank. There's Starbucks on the left and Chipotle and Mad Radish. We are very quickly approaching Dundas Square. But first, Adelaide streets. We're almost to the half an hour mark. Here's a pretty nice looking lobby entrance on the right. Hello, Alex. There's the two-story McDonald's on Yonge Street. And there's a Rolls Royce. You're at the airport, Alex. And why are you at the airport? Here's Richmond coming up. Alright, have fun doing that, Alex. TTC, much longer than the Up Express, which is of course recommended for those coming into Toronto and going downtown. The Up Express is a 25-minute connection from our main international airport to downtown Toronto via Union Station, and it also stops at several points in between, such as Weston, Mount Dennis on Eglinton, Bloor, on Bloor and Dundas, and then Union. We're now walking alongside Toronto's Eden Centre. The next big street is Dundas, which of course has Yonge Dundas Square, the most popular crossing in downtown, having one of two scramble crossings. The second one will be at Bloor once we reach there. Hello from Halifax Trends. Welcome in. There's a Haidilao hot pot right beside Urban Outfitters, located in another quite nice facaded building. Here's one of several locations of Eataly. This is their most newest edition. On the right side, the very classic Ed Mervish Theatre, emblazoned by EB Games. Quite the combo. Hello, Harjet. That building right in front of us right now is 10 Dundas, otherwise known as the Tenor. So it holds the very first ever to Toronto Shake Shack location. It has a very popular attraction called Little Canada, and I highly suggest you Google it. It is quite interesting. It is basically a miniature scale of, Canada. There's a Winners, Dollarama, Cineplex movie theater, Jack Astor's bar. There's a spring sushi on the rooftop, and the Ballroom Bowl. So if you like bowling, check it out. We are making our compulsory stop at the square to show off the view. And then we'll keep on going north on Yonge, but this time on the east side. Unless we get the famous scramble crossing, otherwise known as Allway Cross or All Cross. Indeed, best this time reborn, yes. I've never recorded in there, but I have been many times. And the interesting part is that every time you go, you'll find something brand new because it is always improving. And it's always filling out. As you guys will notice on screen, this square is officially called Sankofa. It's been recently renamed from Yonge Dundas to Sankofa Square. But it sits on the corner of Yonge Street and Dundas Street, so I will be calling it Yonge and Dundas Square. That car has just crossed the streetcar while it was trying to open the doors to let people out. Here's our famous All Cross. So we're gonna go diagonally to show the convenience. That guy's getting instant karma. Do not pass a streetcar which is opening its doors. Otherwise, it may happen to have some TTC personnel that will come and gladly give you a fine. And it's not just for fun, it's because people exit streetcars onto the streets and are very vulnerable in that circumstance. Here's one of the buildings at the Toronto Metropolitan, or TMU. That's a university in Toronto, which famously ran out of Google Drive storage recently, right in the middle of exams. Lovingly known as TMU University. Just like the subway station at this intersection, TMU Station. Hey Sun Lee, welcome. Thank you for the thumbs up, 19th like, cheers.
Can I ask her what are
Hey Juliet, welcome. Happy early birthday, which is tomorrow. Here's Girard Street. And we are coming up upon that aforementioned College Park, which is one of my favorite locations. I will take a detour to walk through before returning right back to Yonge Street. Or maybe I might as well just stay on Bay at that point. What do you guys think? Quick thinking. Should we stay on Bay after College Park, or should we come back to Yonge Street? First answer is what we're doing. Someone say something. Bay or Yonge? Alright, time's up. We're gonna keep on Bay Street. And Disco Chess says Bay. Perfect. Thank you, Disco Chess, for making the decision. Disco Chess Live. I assume you have a YouTube channel. If you want to promote it, if you do have one, just type !promote and Nightbot will drop your link. Here's our Love Young sign. Down here we have a ice rink in the winter time. And this is it. This is College Park. We have some frog statues, some fountains and water features that are not quite yet available. There's a farm boy. And College Park takes us diagonally across streets, which is a bit unusual. So it'll take you diagonally across from College to Girard, or from Girard to College, and from Bay Street to Yonge, or from Yonge to Bay, depending which way you go. So it's either Bay and College, or Girard and Yonge. There's a Rexall right here. Alright, so now we're gonna go north on Bay Street. We've made a quick decision to change from Yonge to Bay in order to cover College Park. So here we are on College and Bay. chill walkarounds are your choice, darling. Well, this one should be that. But sometimes we do exciting events as well. And welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining today. It's good to see you. Here's a Nando's location. This is on Grenville. Here's some Toronto police abusing their power to park very incorrectly, let's say. We have yet another sleep country. And we're coming up to Grosvenor. Looks like our sidewalk is closed for a bit. And I'm gonna have to switch sides. Nope, never mind. The street is closed due to construction, and it looks like I can just walk around a bit. It is now drizzling, so I guess I could rename the stream to a rainy Toronto walk in 4K HDR. I will adjust the thumbnail a bit just to reflect the overcast and rainy nature of the day as well.
You've done so much already in your life.
There's Liam from Epic Nation HD. Hello, sir. That means Alicia is somewhere.
That's true. I'll keep an eye on it.
And we're coming up to Wellesley.
Yeah, it's going along Wellesley right now.
Wellesley holds one of my favorite interesting buildings on Wellesley and Yonge.
Good.
On Yonge Street. It looks a bit curvy.
Okay.
It's a very interesting concave building.
Nice 4K, by the way.
Thank you.
I was watching in 4K. Not a 4K. I don't think this is going to do 4K either.
Don't watch 4K on cell data though.
Yeah.
It'll take a lot.
I don't even know what I'm watching on right now.
I will show you a slight bit of the building that we can see. Right there. Wellesley and Yonge Streets. No. No. I'm hungry and I want to get food ASAP.
Where are you going?
Bloor. And then I'll figure out
What pizza place?
where I go.
Let's go get pizza.
Sure, but after I'm done the stream.
Okay.
I'm finishing it at Bloor.
In what? Blue station? Blue boat?
Just Bloor.
In young?
Bloor Street. Bloor
You on
Street.
base?
Yes.
Wanna go for a walk? And then dip?
Sure, Yorkville. Yorkville
I'll
sounds
probably
good.
find it, too. Ride foot almost to the house.
There's Shawarma Q. We have a Pharmasave on the left. And at the lights we have St. Joseph Street. That has a 7-Eleven. Pretty cool. Speaking of pizza, there's Pizza Nova. There's a look down a pretty nice looking St. Joseph Street. On the right side, we have an interesting food spot called the Petite Potato. It is definitely worth checking out. Although since I am headed to Bloor, I'll not be going there today. On the left, we have a donkey with 2 bandaged hooves and legs. Shout out to all the hospitals in Toronto. There's one of a Firkin pub on the left, on the right. Firkin on Bay. I wonder why. I think it's because we're on Bay Street.
Probably.
But we never know for sure.
We might be on
St. Mary Street coming up. Which reminds me, I'm gonna take another slight detour to show off my favorite condo tower in Toronto.
east or west.
West.
Yeah, we could end maybe at the museum. We'll go all the way to Bay.
Hello, Gene. Hello, hello. Welcome. Said hi, which probably means you're on vertical. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm doing the dual stream.
I was going to do that, but I'm not.
Well, it's easy for me. I just flip a switch on the desktop studio.
Yeah, no, I could do that on mobile, my phone as well.
You can do it on mobile?
Yes.
Oh.
On that regular Google.
I am walking in Toronto, Canada. We are currently walking on Bay Street, which is... You have to scroll on shorts. It's it will never show up like because it doesn't really save. No, like actual YouTube shorts. Or find a vertical live stream and then scroll from there. Nope. We're going on Charles. We are making a very slight detour to show off this building. 1 St. Thomas. It is quite old, but stunning, stunning design. You'll be here on vacation October or November. Very nice, Gene. I certainly hope you enjoy your time in Toronto. It is still pretty warm in October, although not quite in November. But there is a lot of things to check out and do in November regardless. This building, while it's not the reason it is my favorite, the reason being purely its design, it is somewhat famous for housing Drake at one point in his career. He used to own the penthouse in this building, but clearly Drake does not live here anymore.
Well, people would be all over this place if he did.
Even when he did own the penthouse,
Yeah.
he didn't live here.
Yeah.
He only visited every so often.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because he lives up by the path, right?
Yes, that is his main residence.
Yeah.
Although he did
He
acquire,
has some houses though, right?
he did acquire this condo, the penthouse, a while ago. I don't quite remember if it was before the bridle path.
Well, he probably owned it well when he was in Vital, no? He technically could have 2 locations of living.
Oh no, he has more than 2.
I know, but like back in the day, like how long was he live after that? 2 years ago?
I believe it's
When
so.
did Drake live at St. Thomas and Charlotte Street in Toronto?
I want to say like up to 2016 or something, maybe. It was definitely a long time ago,
Yeah.
10 years or more.
Is it this one? Fuck off. Yeah, Thomas. Yeah, 8.4 million. Jesus fucking Christ. When did he live here though?
Oh, 2013. Yeah,
Did you?
so 13 years.
Oh, yeah, it's I had to look it up.
I remember it was definitely a decade ago or more.
Yeah.
So
So
13 years.
2013, Yeah,
yes.
that's when I started YouTube. So, I was in high school. That was my first year of high school.
And
Second high school.
we're coming to a T.
Oh, that's-
So St. Thomas is a very, very short street.
Yep.
It terminates on Charles and it terminates on Bloor. So we're going to the other terminus, the other end,
Basically walking.
which is on Bloor Street.
Yeah. What's your destination? Do you want to go to Bay or do you want to go?
Our destination has now changed to the Big Rock. So I'm thinking
We go up Avenue.
in my
I can go across.
in my kind of course of straying west off of Yonge, we'll go west to Avenue.
Okay. Yeah, and then up to the. I forget that street.
Or rather, we'll go west to Queen's Park, most technically, and then cross the street onto Avenue.
Hey, look, there's Vic's title left.
I saw a Rolls Royce earlier, which is more.
Avenues. That goes to the.
No, not here.
No?
I
Yeah.
saw the Rolls Royce on Yonge Street
No.
way back.
Yeah, it's anywhere they can drive. Toronto. Look at this guy turning left. Oh. Hey, he's turning left.
You can turn left here,
No, but I'm just
but
saying,
good luck. Good luck to him, though.
He's just walking into me. I'm trying to get Wendy's. We could technically cross you and go up. Or do you want to go to Avenue Express?
We'll go to Queen's Park.
Yeah, I just want to look at it. Go into town. I go straight to Cumberland.
This here stretch between Avenue and Yonge Street is full of expensive,
The expensive Toronto.
expensive stores.
Do it. Yeah.
Which is a quite interesting thing because Yorkville is technically considered the expensive stretch, but Yorkville holds much more affordable stores than this. We have very nice birds and flower beds.
I never been to Alexander Lane. Is it like a very expensive?
Not quite.
Medium? Like mid-class citizen?
Yeah. Flower bed actually reminds me of that time I was in Belleville
This one?
and saw the city hall with like 3 flowers planted.
Oh wow.
If you want to check out the Belleville stream, it is up on the channel. I do actually suggest watching it because that's the most wildlife we've seen on a stream ever.
Oh, I'm getting forgot tuning. Let's go with my
Which makes you even think
That's fake.
if we're in a zoo, but we were not.
I thought you were.
It was just a waterfront park
Okay.
in Belleville.
That's illegal, so you can put this.
Hey Derek, welcome.
The lawn.
Here's the intersection. On the left we have Queen's Park, on the right we have Avenue.
Blue Street West.
Queen's Park, in turn, turns into college, or no, University at college. University Avenue at college. Right there we have one expensive watch store, IWC, Kaufhausen. And while I'm waiting for the light, we'll just admire this church here.
Too much else to demo. I still can't scroll on the chat.
I am not heading to the ROM, no.
We could.
We are in fact nearing the end of the stream.
Go back to the one. Look, it's 2 o'clock.
It is.
Good deal.
I'm too late.
No, it's not.
For the zoo?
It's never
Probably too late.
No. Because they don't release it until like. Why is it not letting this shit? Come on. Why is it English? Come on. Goody. Come on. Yeah, time is loading. I think it's just face down. Oh no, not the list. I'm logging.
Oh well.
Well, I can't even do the long because I already did it. You could do whip, please. You want to do whip, please?
Sure.
What day? What day? No, I can't.
Weekend?
The weekend?
Yeah, because I
Okay,
work
we can do
during the
next
week.
weekend. I just have to remember what day I'm working. Not loading. Why is it loading?
Here's Cumberland Street, which in fact holds the big rock, not Yorkville Street.
We'll be ending at the big rock. Thank you for watching the stream. Thank you. Well, I thanked him. I'm not gonna thank him. But thanks for running us today. And Alicia, she's still alive. And it does open. It's coming up soon. Hopefully Bay is open for that. I don't think Slow Bay will be though. It wasn't open last time, or was it?
There's some cherry blossoms or magnolia trees. Not quite sure which they are, but either way it's beautiful. And just past the subway entrance is the big rock at Yorkville. So that will be ending the stream. Thank you very much everyone for joining today. Quick reminder to hit the thumbs up if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you're new. No super chats today, but perhaps next stream when there's no working people at work. But thank you guys for watching. As always, I will catch you on the next one. No. And you know, ciao for now.